enthusiasm for this deal. What do you think is behind it? These are not bad people. How can they be so wrong?
I think the president thinks of him and the Iranians and maybe a bunch of others as if they're all members of the Chicago City Council. And there's a basic agreement that although we may disagree on things and we may even get mad occasionally, we're going to have to work together, so we work things out. And after we've worked a little bit together, maybe I take an opportunity to do a bit of a favor for you. Because I think, in a month or so, I'll be able to maybe get him to do something for me. And that's kind of the basis on which we work together. It's a basis probably on which the Chicago City Council works together. It's not the basis you can work on when one member of your group is a theocratic, totalitarian, genocidal imperialist.
You were many years inside the halls of government. You were in the CIA. What about all the people who are the pros, the professional diplomats? Why aren't they saying to him what you just said?
I don't know. I don't know.
What's it mean?
I don't know how many of them get to see him. I don't know how they run things. It could be very different. He may be working very, very closely with a very few people. I just don't know.
Okay. You know, the president's position is we're going to have such a close look at everything they do in the next 10 years or so that we'll know if they cheat. They can't cheat, he tells us, and that we will have such information that even when the 10 years or the 12 years or the 15 years comes to an end, they will be in a worse position to go nuclear in terms of a weapon than they are today. Does that in any way persuade you?
No.
Because why?
I think that they are going to secretly be enriching uranium. They don't need big facilities to do that as long as they're only focused on getting 1 or 2 or 3 weapons. And that's all they need, and they're a nuclear power. Or they could launch one into orbit and have it blast in orbit, and that would, if they detonated over the United States, it could take out a big share of our electric grid with an electromagnetic pulse. So whether it's to intimidate other countries, whether it's to throw their weight around, whether it's to actually launch something like that at us, they don't need a whole battery of nuclear weapons. 3 or 4 would probably do fine, and they could have a very small space in which they are extracting and enriching the uranium necessary for that sort of undertaking.
So instinctively, do you feel Israel has the capability on its own to either impede or eliminate Iran's nuclear weapons capability?
Well, certainly Israel could do that if it used nuclear weapons. But if it did not use nuclear weapons, it would be very difficult for some of the facilities. Some of them they could deal with very well, but others would be tough. Fodor, for example, in the middle of the mountain. They need a very special penetrating weapon to deal with something like that. So they could do a very substantial damage. And they don't really need to or want to do only the nuclear facilities. They would, if they went after Iran, want to undertake a strike on everything related to the Revolutionary Guard, which is the real instrument of power in Iran. But to take out all of Iran's nuclear installations, that'd be very hard given the way Iran has put them together.
When you were at the CIA and other positions of government, were you ever frustrated?
Frustrated? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So in terms of your understanding of how Washington works, is there any chance that Congress now could muster enough votes to block the Iran nuclear accord, or, if necessary, to override a presidential veto?
Well, they need 2/3 in each house because of the way Obama has put this up in order to get away from the requirement of it being a treaty. And I'd say they've got a fighting chance. If they win, that is, if we win, if we reject the agreement, it will be a real legislative triumph.
You have done fabulous service to this United States of America. I wish you, we say in Hebrew, kol tuv v'hatzlacha, all goodness and success in all the rest you do, energy and otherwise. And thank you for giving us a moment of your time.
Thank you.
Very